Buffalo Wild Wings, the Jeff Fisher Show. Great turnout. Great turnout tonight. Jeff, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys?
I'm good. We're good. We're good, man. We're good.
He asks me what's happening when he walks in. What's happening? What's new? What do you mean what's new? It's awesome. It's not a fake either.
So you liked it, huh?
Of course, man. That was awesome. Gutsy. We were talking about that all day. Gutsy call, man. Awesome.
You know, as you guys know, we have things that we practice all the time, and sometimes we're able to use them, sometimes we're not. And this particular, you're talking about the fake punt. This was something that we've had flexibility. Obviously, we're not going to be able to use it here for a while, but the guys have done a really good job. I mean, Johnny will stay after practice, and he'll make there's three options on that fake. We've got the corner route, the flat route to Benny, and there's actually a late route, and he'll just work those throws after practice. And sometimes he'll miss one in practice, and I'll look at him and go, I just can't call that if you can't complete it. But no, I totally trust those guys to execute it, and I felt it was our best chance to steal the possession, keep the ball, because that quarterback that Seattle has, whatever his name is really good.
Yeah,
forgot his name.
We noticed.
Yeah, I had to forget his name.
Forget his name for about 2.5 months.
Yeah. I know. Wow.
You may not be able to use that play again, but I would bet it slows some people down next time, and they're going to try to locate the ball rather than just run straight for it. And that might impact.
Are you talking about Stead, or are you talking about the fake punt? Because one was the return. You're talking about the return.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mixed. Excuse me. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you this about the punt return that went for a touchdown.
Yes.
And I was asked this today. How often do you work that in practice? Is it a weekly thing? Is it occasional?
This was something that Coach Fossil came up with Wednesday night. We meet every Wednesday night, and he and I go through those type of things. And we looked at it. He presented it to the punt return team on Thursday, and we practiced it Thursday. And we practiced it Thursday live, and we got Stead a chance. Johnny did a good job simulating that kick in practice. So Stead did a nice job fielding a couple of them, and just felt like it was. We went into the game. I told Coach Fawcett if we got a situation where they were punting between the 45s or thereabouts, that it's on. It is on. The odds of forcing them to punt twice in the game between the 45s probably not very good. We got to punt the second half, but so we had it up and on, and they did a great job with it.
Tremendous. I was just looking at numbers. The guy you can't remember, Russell Wilson. First half. 5 yards rushing, second half, it kind of changed. Was that more of an adjustment that they made, or what was happening out there defensively?
He pulled it down. They motioned the back in one time and just banged Rob right down the line of scrimmage, and we lost contain because he had no place to go with the football. And
is that the long run?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he had no place, but really good coverage, and we had good pressure inside. He just bailed and escaped to his left, and that was rough. But he's a good football player. And think about the Seahawks yesterday. They were banged up, They're banged up, and so are we. And so, we did whatever we had to do to win the game.
Going back to the fake punt, is there an option for John for someone to call it off at the line of scrimmage if he gets a look he's not comfortable with? Or do you have enough options there that between the three things that he can call, you feel comfortable?
In this particular case, this was on.
It was on, period.
It was on. Yeah.
The other one was amazing. I mean,
I don't care if Seattle hears this, but we actually were going to check to it in one situation. So I had it on as a check. But this one, right, first down, I talked to him. Second down, I said, get them together. And then right about third down, I said, hey, it's on, let's go. So
the punt return, really, consider your broadcast team fooled out. He was probably clued in before me. I could see Stedman run. I couldn't figure out, because I took my eyes off. I wasn't watching the ball. I was watching. I couldn't figure out how he got the ball. Didn't realize the ball was punted over there. But for Stedman to be lined up and doubling the gunner, peel back and run 40, 50 yards, catch the ball over the shoulder, then go back 90. That's not a play you can count on everybody making. You had to have supreme confidence he was going to track that ball and make the catch.
Well, the options were, if there was an opponent that stayed with him, if the Seattle gunner stayed with him, then he was not going to field the football. Okay. But we felt like, because we allowed him to release inside, we felt like all the eyes were going to go to Tavon. And Cody did a good job getting over there in front of him. See, what happens is this, and the Seahawks, they're really well coached. And they're so consistent with putting that ball on the numbers, you know, on as you look at from the return side, on our right numbers. It just, there was, I think it was 13 out of 16 of those punts landed right there. That's what he puts them. But it's also a hang time kick. It's not just a normal. This is a high kick, so real high hang time, and it's designed to force a fair catch. So we just felt, and Coach Fossil, you know, obviously we pulled the Bear play up. The Bears did it against Green Bay. We pulled it up years ago and looked at it and kind of tweaked it a little bit. And you know, you have to have the perfect kick. Everything has to go perfect for it to happen, and it did. We got perfect kick, and we're off and running.
We had Trey Mason here.
Yes.
He had a nice little ball game yesterday. He's giving your offense a nice spark the last